Hi there. Oh gosh, it's so wonderful. I'm already gonna cry. Sorry, guys. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ellen King. I am an assistant professor here at Husson University. I want to welcome you to the nursing pinning for the class of 2023 for the baccalaureate and master's degree students. I, along with Dean Nash, Chief Nursing Officer Dr. Sada, and Dr. Annette DeRoche of the Graduate Nursing Program, and all the faculty in the nursing program, congratulate these students for their achievements. They've graduated with their degrees after working, learning, surviving through an extraordinary time, this COVID pandemic, right? Other speakers will talk about that, but I had the pleasure of teaching these baccalaureate students at 7 o'clock in the morning, 4 days a week. Talk about needing a sense of humor for them and myself. Graduates, never stop working toward your goal. I know some of you had different goals when you started, and they've changed. I know at times you thought maybe it was going to be impossible, but here you are now, so be proud of what you've done. I want to talk for a second about caring. I think nurses are caring. I think we need to be caring. But how many of you remember Mr. Rogers in his beautiful neighborhood and how he cared about his children that watched him? He showed about caring in his neighborhood. He had a theme through many of his speeches that I'd like to interject here. I want to ask you all, students, family, guests, and faculty, who has helped you in your life? Who has helped you love the good that grows within you? Who has helped you be who you are today? For you baccalaureate graduates, maybe those that supported you going off to college, those homesick phone calls. I can't believe my instructor gave me X on a test. How about that preceptor for your first clinical day? Remember how nervous you were? For you master's candidates, how about those nurses that encouraged you? The nurse mentors maybe that gave you the fire to go back to school, even at that age. Maybe you remember back to your first clinical as well. To the parents and friends and family, do you have somebody that cared about you? I'm sure you did. Somebody that helped you in your life? I would like to take 10 seconds for you to think about the people who have loved you and wanted the best for you in your life. Those who encouraged you to do your best, supported you when you were down, no matter where they are, near or far. So we're going to take 10 seconds, and I would like you to think about that, please. Imagine how proud and pleased those people would be knowing that you're thinking of them right now. It's not the grades and honors that nourish our career as a nurse, really, but it's the trust of our patients, the caring that we give and get from our patients, and the caring that we give to each other. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce Dean Nash, the Dean of the College of Health Professions.
Thank you, Dr. King. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, parents, loved ones, faculty, and staff, but most importantly, our graduating students, both graduate and undergraduate. For the graduate students, thanks for making the distance. If you came from afar, appreciate you being here. I wish you all the best of luck moving forward. It has really been my pleasure to serve as your dean. For those that are earning the BSN degree and you're entering the workforce, be proud that you have taken that extra step to earn the degree at the baccalaureate level. You will have plenty of work opportunities that will present to you, and many of you have already secured jobs well in advance. With your BSN credential, you will find yourselves in a unique position to lead, manage, and be well equipped to care at a much higher level with confidence for your patients. Continue to be confident, but approach the care with humility and character, the values that we've taught you here at Husson. For the MSN students and those earning post-grad certificates, congrats to you for taking the next steps in your education and another degree and being able to be a provider of clinical services. Good luck as you take on new roles in your specialty areas. So I have the privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker, but before I do that, I also have the privilege of giving out an award. So each year, it is my pleasure to give away an award, the Dean's Award, to a member of each school within the College of Health and Pharmacy. So this is the School of Nursing Award. Students who are awarded this award are ones that embody the Husson spirit, displaying humility and character in all that they do, as well as excelling academically and in service. And so I'm going to share a couple remarks about this student for those that nominated her. This student has demonstrated professional growth throughout her educational program here at Husson University. They've served as a peer mentor for a Husson Experience class in the fall of 2022. She was a role model and advocate for the class. She is a natural leader who demonstrates strong facilitation skills with small group work in the classroom. She is professional, empathetic, and has a warm personality. Who would not want those qualities in a nurse? She is from Billerica, Massachusetts, outside of Boston, and she has accepted a job with Lincoln Health System, part of Maine Health, at the Miles campus. And I'm going to butcher the name. Is it Damariscotta? Damariscotta, Maine. I'm a Kentuckian, so I always say these Maine names wrong. So it's my pleasure again to introduce this award, and this year's award goes to Gianna Rosa. Okay, now on to our keynote speaker. So it is my privilege to welcome Representative Ann Perry as our keynote speaker, who's here with us today. Ann Perry is a retired family nurse practitioner. For 19 years, she worked at Calais, I'm not gonna say Calais, Calais Regional Medical Services in Calais, Maine. She's a state representative for House District Number 9. As a part of her legislative service, she is House Chair of the Joint Standing Committee on Health Coverage, Insurance, and Financial Services. She previously served from 2003 to 2010 in the Maine State Legislature and was House Chair of the Joint Standing Committees of Insurance and Financial Services and Health and Human Services. She is a board member of Northern Light Health Systems, the Regional Medical Center at Lebec, Down East Community Partners, and past president of the Maine Nurse Practitioner Association. Representative Perry is a graduate of University of Southern Maine with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and of Husson College with a Master's of Science in Nursing in 1998. While serving in the legislature, practicing, she also was an adjunct teaching. She was also an adjunct teaching in our health policy to a graduate program at Husson University. Representative Perry is a mother of 3 and has 5 grandchildren. She enjoys kayaking, spinning and weaving, gardening, and time with friends and family. So again, it's my privilege to welcome Representative Ann Perry to the podium.
Thank you, and it is definitely an honor to be here. For a couple of reasons. I want to give a little plug for Husson University, because when I started going to Husson, my mother actually told me the story of her going to the Maine School of Commerce, and this was before it became Husson. And it was Mr. Husson who recruited her for the school. And she even spent a couple of weeks with him and took care of his 2 children while she was waiting for housing. Then it became Husson College. It was a business school. But in looking at the future, and this is what I say about Husson, Husson is always looking at what's needed next. Added the healthcare professions, nursing, and eventually many of the other professions, physical therapy, occupational therapy, pharmacy, nurse practitioners, and now it's Husson University. This is a school that's always looking at the future. And right now, I'm looking at the future with all of the students here. So now I'll begin my other plug about nursing. The one thing I say about nursing, and I say this proudly, nursing is the care of health care. And that is what we are about and have been about since Florence Nightingale. Why did I get into nursing? I think everybody has a reason for being a nurse. What was the spark that brought you to that point? For me, because no one in my family was involved in healthcare, it was me as a 3-year-old. This was before they had good treatment for asthma, in the hospital under an oxygen tent. And what do I remember? I remember the kind, warm hands of the nurses who took care of me. It could have been a scary experience, but it is those nurses that made a big difference to a 3-year-old. Nursing is one of the most demanding careers to go into, but it's also the most rewarding. You are on the cusp of a transition. You're going from being a student with preceptors and teachers to sort of guide you through as you're figuring out what you're doing. As you move on, your learning does not stop. It sort of starts with a vengeance in many ways. I can remember when I graduated from nurse practitioners as a nurse practitioner and went out on my own. Of course, beforehand, I was ready. I knew what I needed to do. I was really ready. And then suddenly I'm seeing patients on my own. I've got the full responsibility of what happens. And I found myself going back and looking up everything I already knew because I wanted to make sure I knew it. But as time went on, the confidence came. And then I got to be good at what I was doing. I think we all start with a little fear. Now I'm going to talk about the 9 essentials of nursing skills. Even though I'm going to give them names, as you work in your career, these aren't going to be names you're going to be following or looking at. They're going to be part of who you are and what you do. That's what nursing is. And first and foremost, nursing is compassion. And we're all learning that as we work with our jobs. Another one is communication. We have to work with our patients, with the people around us, and make sure that it all works together, because in many ways, we're the center of what works. Ethics. That's an easy word to say, but it's a difficult one to figure out, and I think we figure that out every day. Critical thinking. You've learned that just by what you're going through now. That's learning. That's figuring out a situation. And quite honestly, and I've said that, that's also what makes me a good legislator. I'm assuming I am. And attention to detail. Again, that's all part of what nursing is. Confidence is something you'll develop as you work. Experience gives you the build of confidence as you go on. Adaptability. Nursing is not one thing. It isn't working in the hospital. It isn't working just in home health or many different jobs you can have as nursing. So even though we say nursing is about caring, it doesn't mean the site you work at. And I must admit, my working career started out in the hospital and then went to work as a nurse social worker for Head Start. Then I worked in a doctor's office, ran a clinic, went back to the hospital, and then got my nurse practitioner. So there are so many areas that you can work in, and you discover where you work best. So this is your launch to where your life will lead you. Stamina. Now, you learned that in school, right? Well, it doesn't stop. We've just been through, and I think you probably understand, the COVID epidemic, which really affected all of us. And nursing definitely was a big part of us getting through that. And you as students were as well, because we did really give more responsibilities to students as a result. And then the commitment to development. Don't stop learning. Learning is a lifetime of figuring out what we're doing and how we're doing it. Healthcare is a dynamic field. In order to stay current and successful as a nurse, dedicate yourself to continuing education. Healthcare is an ever-moving target, I guess is the best way to describe that. And right at this point, I want to wish all of you the absolute best as you embark on your new life. And I would say it is, for our graduate students, it is never too late to start a new career. I will say that, because I started my nurse practitioner career at the age of 50 and had a wonderful 20-year career before I retired, and I wouldn't have done anything different. Good luck to those who are moving on to another realm of nursing. It is nursing that got me into the legislature, I must admit, because it's the advocacy for my community that was having trouble with substance abuse that we were working with that finally got me into the legislature so we could do something about it. Now I'm going to brag, because I went in because of that, and my first bill is the prescription monitoring program that everybody talks about. I did it selfishly because I needed something to work with, quite honestly. But it has helped us all, and I say that proudly. But I did that as a nurse, looking at my patients and my community and seeing a need that had to happen. And all nurses are trained to be holistic leaders, not looking just at the disease or the procedure that you have to do, but looking at the people around you, the people your patients are in contact with, and what happens to them on more of a level than just what you see in front of you. And I'm so proud to be a nurse. I am so proud to be a graduate of Husson, and I can only wish you the best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Perry. I agree with you. I went back to nursing school later in my life as well, and I wouldn't have done it any other way as well. All right, so next, our next speaker is Dr. Annette DeRoche. She's the director of the graduate nursing program. Oh, here you are.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Ellen. I'm Annette DeRoche, the director of the graduate nursing program. On behalf of the graduate faculty and staff, that is super loud. Can everybody hear me? I feel like I'm okay. It's a privilege to recognize our graduate students and welcome those who've supported them along the way. I went back and forth today on what to talk about, but then Ellen mentioned I only have 3 hours, so I've really tried to narrow it down so that we can all get out on time. But when I was thinking about it today, what really came to mind every time is the hard work that it takes to get to today. Whether you're one of our amazing grad students or undergrad students, it takes a lot of work. So I feel like my pinning was probably back in the Stone Age. It was quite some time ago. But I do remember that feeling of accomplishment of today. So I first started higher ed. It didn't go well. It didn't go as planned. So I stopped. That's another story for another time. However, I did go back to nursing school when I had 2 little kids. I was working full time, and it was a little bumpy. We all have our journey of how we got here today, and we all know the importance of our cheerleaders that help us get to here. Some are here today, some may not be, but it is through their support that we're able to get here today. So I just want to encourage you to celebrate your accomplishment today, this weekend, next week, however time that takes for you, but take the time to celebrate today. Be proud of yourself. We'll all turn the next page, but today, this weekend, enjoy the moment. If you don't intentionally take time to enjoy the moments, before we know it, we're on to the next thing. So I want to encourage you that as you grow in your profession and in your role, remember to intentionally take time to enjoy your moment, both personal and professional. Healthcare is hard. Being a nurse is hard. We get a lot of people's frustrations. We take the brunt of that. We work really hard to provide the best care that we can, but we also take pride in the impact that we have on those around us, whether it's patients, coworkers, or our loved ones. If we miss the opportunity to enjoy the moment, it takes an impact on us. So work to stay balanced, take care of yourself, take vacations, take time off. All of those things play a role in your self-care, which we all know is important, but I think we all know we don't always do like we should. You've made countless investments of time and energy. You've juggled family, work, school, uncertainties. You face unexpected challenges that have pushed your boundaries and pushed your growth opportunities, maybe growth opportunities you didn't know you were expecting or needed. It shaped us and got us to where we are today. I really want to just take a few minutes to remind you to enjoy the moment. Enjoy it now, but also enjoy it in your future. When we take care of ourselves, it impacts how we care for others, for our patients, and for those that we love. I like to think of it as self-care saves lives, right? So enjoy this time. Congratulations. It is our honor to join you in your accomplishment today.
Okay, now I would join me in welcoming Dr. Valerie, should I call you Valerie? We call her Val all the time. Sada, Chief Nurse Administrator and Undergraduate Director.
You know why they're laughing? Because I taught them the first year with Dr. King at 7:30 in the morning, 4 days a week. Unheard of in nursing school. So today, as I sit here, I'd like to share some thoughts I have about this class. It is our 41st year of initial collaboration between Husson College and Eastern Maine Medical Center's development of the collegiate BSN program, and our 29th year since the acceptance of our first family and community nurse practitioner program. So on behalf of the full faculty and staff at the School of Nursing, these are heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2023 as we celebrate your success in obtaining your BSN or MSN degree. Each graduating student comes to the table today with their own nursing story. They came to Husson with a personal history to the School of Nursing the day they were admitted to their selected program. Some came to prove people wrong and to achieve their dream to become an advanced practice nurse or a BSN nurse. In the words of a recent Broadway musical, Hamilton, who tells their story? Today, I would like to share some of this class's 2023 story with you. This is the first class in U.S. history since 1917 who experienced and lived through a full nursing program during a pandemic. This year's graduates in both MSN and BSN programs actively participated in the COVID-19 response, both as registered nurses, CNAs or LNAs across Maine, but also the country. This is the first class of BSN students who the faculty did not see your face until the end of sophomore year. Masks. The BSN class of 2023 benefited from additional simulation, not only in person, but also virtually for the first time. This is impressive, so hold your hats. The class of 2023 MSN and BSN students performed over 68,000 clinical hours in person, using telemedicine, and even on the radio over their time here at Husson. MSN and BSN students had successful clinical experiences in large part to our dedicated and committed clinical partners, clinical adjunct preceptors, and graduate preceptors, near and far, who were committed to helping our students succeed in this challenging time. Can you please give a round of applause to our clinical support? Finally, the class of 2023 stories will remain in our hearts as faculty and staff for many years to come. I know Dr. DeRoche and I will remember the number 500 till the day we die. Thank you to all who offered support behind the scenes, including family and friends and many other support people. We are proud to send these graduates out today with the humbleness and integrity which represents the Husson spirit to enjoy the next chapter of their story with you. Congratulations and best wishes.
Okay, so now we get to find kind of an interesting part of the program, the meaning of the nursing pin. I don't know if you know that every nursing program has a different pin. So you can look at the pin that you get as a nurse and recognize that it came from this school or that school. So what's the history of the pin? Florence Nightingale, of course, started it. She was the first to really stress the importance of training and recognition of that training. So the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas's Hospital in London designed and awarded a badge with the Maltese Cross on it to nurses when they completed their program. As nursing students complete their education, they're awarded a nursing pin as a type of a badge to welcome them to the nursing profession. It symbolizes the history and the values of the school. I'm going to ask Bailey Gersa to come up and talk about the significance of Husson University's School of Nursing pin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bailey. To my class, congratulations. I am proud of each and every one of you. The significance of the pin. As graduates of the Husson University nursing programs, you will wear your pin with pride. The pin will serve to remind you of your commitment to excellence in the practice of your profession. The nursing pin is the hallmark given in recognition of your transition from student to graduate nurse. The gold wreath, which surrounds the pin, is symbolic of the knowledge you acquired in your program, in which you will continue to acquire as lifelong learners. The green band is representative of the colors of Husson University. Husson University is inscribed to reflect the collaboration efforts contributing to your education. The pin and the tree and water are representative of our state. The lighthouse is symbolic of hope for your futures as well as the futures of your clients. The dove is a sign of peace. The sunrise is reflective of your new beginnings. To the class of 2023, appreciate the past and welcome your new beginnings. And congratulations.
Thank you, Bailey. All right, so here we go. Presenting the pins to the graduate students will be Dr. Annette DeRoche, with the names read by Dr. Valerie Sada.
They always give me the good stuff. Cheers. Okay, can we have the MSN graduating class please come up? I'll be reading their names. They're going to proceed to this side of the stage. If you'd like to take a family photo, you can just stand right there. Our first MSN graduate, Christy Allen. You're doing great. Christina Bailey. Congratulations. Jason Cheek. Proud of you. Hannah Clough. Sheila Grant. Congrats. I love nurses. They give me a name that's a drug name. It's a perfect thing. See if I can do this. Elizabeth Heiser. Yes. Shelley Millardy. Congratulations. Milani Morin. Congratulations, Heather. I got this one. Heather Racine. Congrats. Try that one. Oh. That's awesome. Courtney Schneider. Got it. Zainab Thompson.
Congratulations to you guys. Okay, now presenting the pins to the undergraduate students will be Dr. Alicia Murray with the names read again by Dr. Valerie Sada.
May I have the BSN students approach the podium, please? And they follow directions. It's a key thing to nursing, just remind you. Congrats. Julia Allen. Shannon Avery. Grace Batchelder. Becca Blanche. Brianna Brown. Jared Brown. Dylan Carrier. They know. Alexander Chapman. Mr. Brandon Condon. Mackenzie Cooney. Danielle Couture. Smile. Jacob Sear. Nicholas D'Alessio. Brittany Davies. Sydney Devine. Ashley Dumas. Danielle Fogg. Victoria Friend. Abby Gibbs. You didn't switch, did you? Okay. Jaden Gilbert. Jenna Gilbert. Bailey Gersa. This is my final exam. Let's see if I passed. Rihanna Glidden. Miss Caroline Goodnight. Miss Kaylee Grover. Cameron Heath. Libby Hughes. Smile. Allison Ingalls. Faith Johnson. Sydney Jordan. Maya Joy. Helen Kane. Smile. Megan Kaiser. Bryn Knudsen. Congrats. Alexis Krusky. Kelsey LeCoute. I guess. Olivia Lagasse. Natasha Levine. It is. You look great. Ashley Lunt. Jasmine McCullough. Aileen McNamara. Eli Michaud. Keegan Miller. Michael Morales. Proud of you. Brenna Miles. Kaya Newton. Good. Bryce, always the nurse. Bryce Nichols. I saw your family. I did. Felicia Olmsted. Smile. Oren Olmsted. Abigail Page. Emerson Pomeroy. Cameron Rolfe. Gianna Rosa. Alyssa Sally. You did it. It's been a miracle. Yes, it's a miracle. Shanoa Schmidt. No. Owen Sewell. Okay, smile for the parents. Dustin Simmons. Congrats. You deserve every minute of it. Brianna Smith. Morgan Smith. I know I will. It's a tough one. This is the extra credit bonus point. Sarah Smith. Congrats, Sydney. Sydney Stevens. Olivia Stratford. Nicely done, Alex. How are you? Good. He wants to come. He's coming. Alexandria Strout. Nicely done. Grace Tibbetts. Nicely done. Michaela Tripp. Morgan Vayu. Should we make him wait? See how good they listen. Eric Westcott. The BSN class of 2023.
All right, Dr. Sada just said, do we have anything else to do? A little bit more left to do. So congratulations to everybody. We've applauded you and applauded you. I just want you to know I am personally so proud of all of you. So now we get to a serious piece of this, the Nightingale Pledge. So the Nightingale Pledge was created as a token of esteem for the founder of modern nursing and focuses on patient requirements. It's a statement of ethics for nurses, reminding them to abide by ethical grounds while providing patient care. Here to lead us in the Nightingale Pledge is Olivia Lagas.
Again, congratulations, class of 2023. If everyone could please stand, as well as if there's any nurses in the audience who would like to say the Florence Nightingale Pledge with us.
And just remind them it's on the inside.
It's on the inside of your handout. Are we good? Okay, ready? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standards of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in their work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations.
Wow, you guys even said deleterious pretty good. Yeah. All right, so I would invite Dr. Sada up to make some closing remarks.
So we have a minute because nurses are always on time. So what I want to say is congratulations, and I want to give an applause to the family and friends who supported this lovely group of nurses and advanced practice nurses. So as we go out today, please be careful as you cross the street. It is closed, but you never know, right? So take your time, enjoy the beautiful grounds outside, take family pictures, check with the faculty. We're all here for a little bit of time, but there is an ice cream date for Dr. Sada. So you're not invited. Sorry. All right, may you have a wonderful afternoon. Celebrate safely, graduation 2023, and we'll see you tomorrow.